should be played at high volume.
Feels like I'm flying, slowing down feels like I'm dying, and I'm screaming beer up, two-stroke for life with the heart of a lion. I just wanna make love to the track, the dirt looks like brown sugar, and this might be my last ride. I got a pinner, throwing one-footers, no podium when I'm done, and I can't forget where I'm from. I'ma ride for the love, for the fun, moto life, we are one. Riding down a dirt road, just me and my dirt bike, throwing fat whips, it's just me and my dirt bike. Winning every race, it's just me and my dirt bike. Me and my dirt bike, it's just me and my dirt bike. Ride till it's night, just me and my dirt bike. Cleaning people out, it's just me and my dirt bike. I don't need anyone, just me and my dirt bike. It's just me and my dirt bike, just me and my dirt bike. 811, 811, 811, I'm seeing things, is that you, Josh? That you, Josh, that you, Josh, that you, Josh, that you, Josh. I feel like I lost my even though there's more to life than just motor life. My entitles felt like gold, felt like gold, felt like
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
As I finally got a package here, I had another one that the mail person brought, and the shipping on it was the shipping was overestimated, so I had to pay $6.35. And who carries cash on them now? Now mail people carry nothing that you can scan a debit card with or anything. But anyways, we got this package, so we're gonna open it up, see what's in it right now. And we're just gonna wait till Tuesday to get my part. I could have had they built by Tuesday if they'd let me have my damn sweetheart, but whatever. Yellow number plate. It's funny looking. Yeah, side plastic.
Excuse me.
Side plastic.
What the fuck?
Seat. A front fender. Side fenders for the back. Another one. A little rear fender. How little this thing is.
And we got a fuel tank. It's one of them little bicycle 80cc fuel tanks. Figured to mount up pretty good right there. Hopefully nothing gets in the way. So I had to put the carburetor around, but other than that, looking pretty good. Some levers for my CRF 150. Breakaways. So I went and picked up my package from the post office today. So pretty sure I told you what it was. But anyway, let's just open it up and see what it is. There it is. All that paper for a swing arm. So I got this thing for pretty much $30 in the end of it because the guy screwed me over on shipping, but the only thing that was wrong with it is that little hole right there is drilled out. I can make the adjusters or find some. That's my swing arm. From that to that, see. what, about an inch maybe. Now that I got that, I can make my hub and put the wheel on and mount it to where I want it, and kind of see where I need to mount my swing arm. So we'll take a look at it here in a little bit once I get all this mess cleaned up. So, got all our plastics mounted on to my seat here. Got this little piece welded in so the hooks under the seat can hook onto it, and then the back right there bolts up. I have to grind this little piece down because after I put the fender on, it went up a little bit, so I'm just gonna have to grind this down a little bit so this will fit right.
That's hot. That's hot. That's hot. That's hot.
Let's let that cool down. This is really hot. That's kind of a dumb move, huh?
Are you stupid or something?
But let me show you what I got going on here. So those little pieces I got underneath so I can hook the seat onto, and then that back piece just has 2 holes tapped and drilled.
That's what she said.
Through to mount to the back of the seat, and we'll test fit that here in a second. If I would, I have to put a bigger deck on it because the gas tank is shallow. So I can go all the way. So my handlebars did get one thing I think of is get handlebars like actual risers. You know what? I can put spacers. I can make spacers right here and get longer bolts. I think that's what I'll do. So, check it out. Really? So the gap between the tank, you know, it looks pretty big there, but it doesn't look too bad. Like when you're in person, it looks about like that right there. You see? It don't look too bad though. I'm probably gonna get a headlight for it, but they sent this stupid looking thing. I guess it's supposed to be a number plate. I don't know. It looks a little silly to me, but I think I could get one of these actually that has a headlight built into it. That would look a lot better. But I think that's where the light mounted up. If it is, I want it to sit right underneath of that. If you guys like the build so far, just go on down, hit the thumbs up button, you know, and maybe click the subscribe button. You know, what's it gonna hurt? Nothing. So I got some other packages in the mail today. Let's see what we got here. Okay.
Whoa!
We got 2 tall cables. See? 2. Alright. So, I'm gonna install these pegs real quick. I didn't get the throttle cable hooked yet. Alright, got them installed here. I don't know how they're gonna feel where they're at. So, it's a little high, but after I raise the bars up, it'll probably feel pretty good. So that's cool now that I'll be able to take my kickstand off. I'll have to shorten that up again like the other one. But that gives me some room to work with. Now I can move my mounts and not really have to worry about messing anything up. I can cut that old kickstand off and move my swing arm mount up behind that so my chain don't loosen up. So we'll just build our own mounts for this swing arm since it's got the same little bushing things that the other one did. That'll be a whole lot easier than I just cut that kickstand and all that off. That'll do away with that little dip in the frame so it don't get hung on anything. And then we still gotta cut that back end off right there. That gold ain't too far off, now a little darker. There we go. That pin was rusted up in there and bent. It wouldn't come out. On the bottom where I cut that piece off, so I can cover it up right here. So I just cleaned it up the best I could. I just want to make it look like it wasn't welded, but some parts I couldn't get there. As you can see, it looks pretty good. Not awful, does it? So now we're going to trim these mounts up, cut a little hole right there and make me a swing arm mount in the back wherever I need it. So I cut these little pieces of tubing, I think it's like 3/8 inner diameter, and I'm going to use these as spacers and put all thread into the holes that I drilled for the wheel, and that's going to be my spacer from my wheel to my sprocket. You see right there, and I have one of the spacers on there, and then we'll cut it off and I'll put a bolt right there, and we'll just do that. I got 4 of them, 4 holes, so get it. I'll probably end up making something in the middle right here too. I might have to take that out and put something that holds it in the middle too, so it's good and centered. So I'm gonna cut these, take all these out, do this all the way around, and then we'll put the sprocket on and see how it fits. So I marked my pieces of all thread, and I set this up so I can cut them all the same length. Working on the third one right now. I got my all thread in there, and then my little spacers on. Show you the other side. I got them in there poking just enough through where you can feel them, and then I'll weld them in there. That way they won't move. After I know everything's gonna fit and works like it should, then I'll weld them. So I got the axle bolt all the way through right now, holding this spacer for my brake side on. It's all of this plus that nut, not the gold one though. The gold one is just to tighten it up, make sure it's all straight. I'm gonna weld all this on. Weld it right here and then up here. That way it's all straight. Ain't gotta worry about it tilting to one side or anything. I want to make sure it's straight so when it rolls, you know, it ain't going down the road crooked or chain popping off or anything. So let's get started. Turn my welder up. I see a little hole I might have to tack. See it? Pretty decent. This side was where I started. You can't even see it. So I started off really good, but I had to turn it. So my next order of business, after I get that brake hub side done, well, partially, is to find something that will connect that hub to that sprocket in the middle right there. So I figured out my size. It was 7/8 an inch. Got it marked right there. So we're gonna cut that off. There we go. Got it cut. Let's go see how it fits. So I just found this piece of flat stock and set it in there. I'm gonna weld that in there and use that as the back plate. Got it tacked on there. You can see there. Got it tacked. So now I'm just going to take it off and then weld it all the way up. I got this old hammer thing in there. That way when I weld the inside, it doesn't draw up. So, got the swing arm mount it to the swing arm and weld it up. And some pretty good welds on there. Alright, now all we gotta do is fit that up to the bike frame and weld it on. So I got the swing arm kind of mounted. It's, well, obviously it's mounted. But I just got it tack welded now. That way I can see if everything lines up. So one thing I'm going to have to fix is the shocks down here where they mount. Because this is too skinny for the swing arm. I'm going to have to bring the shock mounts out an inch or so past the frame. That'll be easy. That'll be just putting a piece of flat stock under it probably, or over it, wherever I need to.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Now that I get that off, all I'm going to do is cut there and then weld this piece back on. That way that piece comes up under the fender, and then drill a hole out. I don't know if I could use that one, but I'll probably just drill a hole out somewhere, wherever I need to. I'll put it up there and figure it out. And then I'm gonna put 2 bolts in. So we're gonna put this in the bandsaw and cut it off. Well, wake you guys up when it's done. That's about over. It doesn't shut off. What the heck? Probably end up having to box the bottom in like that one was, just so where my shock mounts up there, it won't be weak. So it's got a little gap in it right there, but it'll be alright. So took 2 1/2-inch bolts, cut the head off of them, put them through there, and welded them to it. Kind of long. I hope it don't interfere with the I think it'll be alright though, but that's what's got to be done. I ain't got enough room to put a mono shock on there, so this is what's gonna have to be done. So I'm gonna clean the paint off here, weld as much as I can on the inside, and then weld it on the outside. Then box something in. Hopefully I can box this whole thing in, but if I can't find a piece of metal that'll fall over there, I'll just box that bottom part in right there. It's straight. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this off and weld it. Alright, I didn't film all this. Alright, welded that. I got that flat piece of metal that I cut off for the motor mount that I had to take out of the frame. And I flattened it out, bent it a little bit so it would fit down in there, and then just welded it up. So it's alright. Probably could have welded it a little hotter, made it look a little better, but it'd be alright. Now I'm gonna go over here and get my shocks ready, fit them up, find my spacers that I need, because I'm gonna have to put spacers between here and, you know, certain spots, because you can't go right up against it. So I'll be right back. So got the shocks put on, but I had to make me a chain tensioner. So I just took a washer and a bolt, welded them on there. Now I gotta pull the axle out of the wheel and put these on and find me a nut to go on it. Got my chain tensioners mounted. Go down there, see. The only thing that it is where I mounted that swing arm like that on that angle. So if I'm gonna keep it like that, I'm gonna have to make some kind of guide that will bolt up down there and just let that chain slide on it, you know. I'm gonna cut this, make it short. Now just gotta smooth it up. Smooth this out. And we just paint it and let it dry. So my handlebars hit my fenders. So I took 2 nuts, welded them together to make a spacer that goes up under my handlebar risers. So it'll be a little bit taller. So we're gonna go over here and put these on. A little hot still, but These handlebars still hit. They do, but I got a lot more turning radius now. That'll work out for now. Alright, now we're gonna go on the other side and put this chain roller on. Alright, I found an old parking brake. I was looking for my brake. It's like a parking brake tab. I think it went on like a lever. So it had like a hole right here and then a flat piece, and it curves down a little bit. So I looked at it and thought it'd be the perfect guide, and it works really good. It doesn't even, like when you back up, it doesn't even get caught. Now I need to go on the other side and make a brake stay. Braking hub holds it, mounts it to the swing arm, that way it'll stay put right there. I need to make one of them. And then find the little lever piece that goes onto moves the brake rod so it spreads apart and grabs the wheel. I need to find one of them. I'm pretty sure I got one over there in the bucket. That's what I was looking for when I found that. I was gonna use this little roller right here that I got off I pulled off that old KX frame. But now that I found that, I'll probably just keep that on there and put this back on that frame. So here's the bike. I got it pretty much done almost. Still gotta put my speedo on there. My shifter, make my brake lever on the back, get some brake handles. But I had like 4 hours of footage for that back tire, building it, the hub and everything. So I condensed it all into a little bit, so you guys didn't have to suffer through all that. But there it is. Once we get the gear shifter and the Kickstarter, we can go ahead and probably take it on a little quick ride. That's how those shocks are mounted up in the back. Got little spacers on it. That one had to have two because it's spaced out farther than that one was. There's my little handlebar risers I made. It's just two nuts. You guys let me know what you think.
Go.